Hey there everyone, it's Scott once again and welcome to another video, and this time I'm going to be talking about our post-game, or my post-game video on the Cowboys versus Eagles. The Cowboys win 37-10, baby. Woo! I'm glad for the players. I'm glad we won. Fortunately, the bad news is it kind of cements Garrett's, I guess, safe for a good while, unless if we have another collapse. Another 3-game losing skid, and who knows. He'll probably have all the excuses. So this is to the players. This is to the defense that actually, was able to hold their ground and showed up, and offense was actually able to get some points. Anywho, I don't know where to start, but any way you slice it, that first half was actually pretty good football by the Cowboys. Guess what? The Eagles actually receive, and they won the toss and they actually decided to receive. So yeah. But we actually forced a turnover. We actually forced a fumble from Dallas Gardner. And, yeah, we were able to get a touchdown on that. Toss to Tavon Austin, takes it for 20 yards. We're up 7-0. After that, I believe that we actually, DeMarcus Lawrence, who was never really had a sack against the Eagles, or at least a sack against Lane Johnson, he actually was able to go against Lane Johnson, go past him, and strip sack Wentz, and I can't remember who came up with the ball, but anyway you slice it, we came up with it. We were able to get a touchdown out of that, a 1-yard touchdown run with Zeke Elliott, so we're up 14-0. And then apparently the Eagles were able to get their touchdown, mainly aided by 2 penalties. That first penalty on the roughing the passer one was bullshit to me. The other one I can kind of understand because Woods did hit a defensive player, but he would sort of make up for that later in the game. And the Wentz was able to throw a 30-yard touchdown pass to actually Dallas Goedert. I'll just call him Dallas G. Goddard, whatever the fuck his name is called. But anyways, after that we ended up punting, but thankfully after that we actually ended up getting some pressure on Wentz. We were able to stop him. In fact, Jordan Lewis got a sack on him. Eventually we get a touchdown again, 1-yard pass to Jarwin. And then we force another, anyway you slice it, we kick a couple of field goals. In fact, it looked like there was a potential another drive for the Eagles, but luckily we get to Wentz again. This time Quinn actually got to him. But after that, Quinn did not come back in the second half. He had a rib injury, so he was out for the rest of the game, which I would later find out in the second half. But yeah, Maher, like right before that first half ends, he ends up kicking a 63-yarder and makes it. So he's good from those distances, but unfortunately for some reason, the 30-yard range or 40-yard range he has problems with. So as much as I like Maher's leg, he's really too inconsistent to be trusted. But luckily, he made all the kicks in this game. So yeah, there you go. Luckily for him, he actually made all his kicks. Then the good news is we get the ball in the second half. But unfortunately, we after getting that one first down, the Eagles actually sacked Dak a couple times. They actually forced a fumble, but luckily one of the linemen, I think, recovers it, and so we end up having to punt. Eagles are driving, looking like they can get a touchdown, but luckily they got a holding call that, they're not able to do anything off of it, so they had to kick a field goal, and that's all the Eagles would do after that. After some back and forth, we get a field goal, and then Eagles are driving down further, but guess what? Xavier Woods comes up with a pick in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, 2 plays later, Dak throws into double coverage and gets picked off. I was hoping this was the game that he didn't throw a pick against the Eagles at home, because he has a tendency to do that for some reason. And that was fucking stupid by Dak. I don't want to see that stupid bullshit again. Don't ever throw in a double coverage. I mean, keep moving the chains in chunks if you have to, but not against... Don't give the Eagles momentum, because they could have easily taken that turnover and made it into something. But luckily after that, I think a few plays later, Wentz, I think, gets... The defense forces another fumble on them again, and we get it, and guess what? After that, Dak runs in for a touchdown. We're up 37-10. Eagles are not able to do anything after that. In fact, Sean Lee almost came up with a pick that could have been almost a pick six, but he fucking dropped it. So, but yeah, after that, Dallas defense pretty much contained the Eagles, and we won. Good job, Cowboys. The defense, for the most part, deserves that game. Zeke Elliott had a good game. He got a touchdown. He had some good runs here and there. Dak had an okay game. That throwing the double coverage was pretty fucking stupid. I don't want to see that shit again. Sorry. He would have had a perfect game, honestly. Even if he had thrown for 1 touchdown, it would have been perfect. He would have had no turnovers. But still, he could have been better. But Amari Cooper had a really good game. He really had his way with the Eagles. He always seems to kill the Eagles pretty well. So, here's to you, Mari. You really deserved the game ball as well, too. But yeah, any way you slice it, I'm very glad the Cowboys won. The players definitely responded well, because Peterson said they were going to win Sunday night. Well, he's definitely going to be eating your fucking words now, Peterson. So, how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about giving Wentz all that fucking money? Well, really, that's probably the GM, but still. How do you feel about your $100 million quarterback right there? You think that even with him, with his talent, he could still... Because, you know, the Eagles still had Alshon Jeffrey, and they may have not had Jackson, but they can still move the ball. They have Zach Ertz, who have always killed us. And in fact, you know what? I hardly heard Zach Ertz's name being called. He had, I think, that 1 catch for 14 yards, and that's all he had. I'm shocked that he didn't go to him. I guess the pressure really got to Wentz. Good job, defense. You actually contained Ertz, who's always killed us in the past. So, yeah. But anyway, you slice it, Pearson. How about that? How about you are going to eat your fucking words and eat shitloads of crow? That's what you should be fucking doing. That's what you should be doing. I mean, wow. Your team didn't seem like they were ready. Maybe if you didn't have those turnovers, maybe it would be a different game. So, that's a possibility. But anyway, you slice it. Your team just was trash. Especially Wentz. I'm sorry. Are you missing Foles yet, Peterson? Are you missing Foles? I think you miss him. I think you should have kept him. Maybe you could have traded away Wentz and gotten even some more draft picks. Who knows? Someone wouldn't have been desperate enough to give you a first-round pick. Hell, maybe even 2 firsts. You could have gotten something from him, I think. But no, you chose to let Foles go and keep Mr. Injury-prone Gingerhead. So yeah, joke's on you now. But yeah, great win, Cowboys. I'm glad we won this game. Bad news is, unfortunately, that cements Garrett a little bit longer in the as a coach, because I'm still not happy with him. If Kellen Moore did technically call this game pretty much, he did a good job for the most part, except for that stupid play calling with Dak throwing in double coverage. That's something I can't overlook. I'm sorry. Would have been near perfect. Would have been near perfect. But yeah. So if Garrett can stay being the motivator, the environmental motivator as he's called, just stick with that, Garrett. Don't ever, interfere with a fucking play calling again ever. Stay away from it, Garrett. Just be your fucking typical motivator and cheerleading person that you are, a cheerleading individual. That's what you're good for. Just being a fucking cheerleader on the sides. Just lay off the fucking play calling, Garrett, and let Moore call whatever plays were actually fucking good and actually maximizes Dak's strengths and the wide receivers and the routes they run and the design running plays and pass plays that are being called. So, stay the fuck away from it, Garrett. Let the big boys handle it. Richard actually did a good job. Lewis seemed to do okay, but still didn't like certain plays where we were kind of bending and breaking, and it seemed to lack aggression, like maybe towards the end of the second half. But yeah, I'm glad we won. Defense really did a great job. The offense, for the most part, did a good job. What can I say? About fucking time we intercept Wentz at home for once, because he's not throwing a pick against us at home in quite some time, or ever. And finally, we got one, so yeah, it feels pretty fucking good. So, but yeah, how about them Cowboys? Great win, Dallas. Let's go on in that bye week and get rested up and be healthy to face the Giants after that. So yeah. I'm going to probably end it here soon, so hopefully you like this video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and I'll possibly do some reviews at some point. I just don't know what I'm going to start off with, so I'm sorry. I felt like I was going to sneeze, so I guess I'm not going to... Jeez. Sorry. Gosh. Anyways, how about them Cowboys? We won. Eagles, you lost. You're about to have to fight and claw your way out of this one, because now apparently we have a 51% chance of making the playoffs. Sorry about that. My nose is itching yet again, and I hate that shit. But anyway, great victory. Let's go on and win the other one after the bye week. So yeah. Okay. I'll see you folks in another video. Cheers once again, Dallas. After all, this is supposedly the official beer of the Dallas Cowboys, so. Yeah. Alright. See you later, folks. Later.